Hi everybody, welcome to Arma Reforger on the Xbox, and in this little video I'm going to show you how to play Capture and Hold. Now, if you've bought Arma Reforger, and actually if you're into tactical shooters and you've got a next generation Xbox or a PC, highly recommend you invest in Arma Reforger. It's only about 25 quid. It is a beta, early access, game preview game. There's a lot of work to go. This is just a sample, like a trial, a paid demo, if you like, of what Arma 4 will be next year or the year after. But you can be in at the ground level, helping Bohemia Interactive to develop this game. But it does have quite a bit of a steep learning curve in the fact that Bohemia Interactive aren't always great at explaining things. And also, there's a lot of work to be done to make the game easier to understand. So make sure before you've done all this, make sure you've done the tutorial, so you know your basic movements. And then maybe you've messed around in the Game Master to run around as well. So when you go into multiplayer, I'm just going to pick a server. We're going to jump into a server. So we'll just go into this one. And Capture and Hold, this is a modded game mode that Bohemia Interactive have produced to kind of show you what is possible. Capture and Hold, this is domination, okay? This is pure and simple Battlefield Domination, Call of Duty Domination, but on a much bigger battlefield. And one of the critical things with Arma and Arma Reforger is make sure you join a team. So it just tells you what you've got to do. Seize and defend objectives to gain points. And then we choose a side. Let's choose the Soviets. And then you've got to join a squad. You've got to join a group. So make sure you do. Join that group because you want to be talking to each other. Press A to continue again. And then you can choose your loadout. Highly recommend choose the sharpshooter to start off with so that you can snipe people from a long distance. Because what you can do in Arma Reforger is that as the sharpshooter you have a ranged weapon and it's semi-automatic, so it's really good, but you also have a pistol. The pistol's really good close up, and you can also pick up other people's weapons, so when someone dies you can pick up their AK or you can pick up their M16 and you can use that. You can have two weapons, so that's really cool. Now this is the confusing bit. This confused me for ages. So can we right, so you can't probably actually see this very well. Let me bring the cursor. Right, okay, so the cursor's in the wrong place here. So what we are fighting over in this game is C, B and A. You can hardly see them on the map. Alright, and then these things here, this is where you can spawn. So as the Russians, we can spawn at any of these points and we just press left and right on our D-pad to kind of choose which one we want to spawn at. Depending on which objective you want to move forward. And then the opposing side, they spawn along the coast, all along here. Okay, so normally in Battlefield, you do this sort of thing, don't you? You choose which spawn. And in Call of Duty, it automatically chooses which spawn you want to go for. But in Arma, Capture and Hold or Domination, you choose what you want to go for. And so you've got your different flags here. So we've got A, B and C that we're going for, and these are blue, which means, I think that means that they're owned by the enemy, I think. So let's choose, because we're red, aren't we? So let's choose Zurich. So now let's deploy. There we go. So now we can see we've got there, we've got there, we've got C all the way over there. And then the beauty, see, of having the ranged weapon is you can do this sort of thing. And that's really it. Then you're just playing Domination now, just like you would in Battlefield or Call of Duty. It's just on a much bigger scale. A couple of things you need to bear in mind though. The score is in the top of the screen. So the Russians, we've only got 396. The Americans got 922. So when you get near an objective, you then start to capture it. And if you've got more bodies on it than the enemy have, you've then captured it, and then you get more points. There is friendly fire. When your friends are up close, the same team's up close, you do have their names appear above you, so you can tell where they are. However, at distance, you don't know. So what you really need to think about and learn is the different uniforms that the different soldiers have and the different factions have, so you're not accidentally shooting your teammates. It does tell you if you've done a friendly fire, though, and if you have shot someone else, then it won't tell you, so that's good. Also, as far as I'm aware, especially at the moment, there is no scoreboard in terms of your individual kills and things like that. You do get XP for doing kills and capturing objectives, but it's kind of, as far as I can tell, it's a little bit hidden at the moment. And really, remember, Arma is a military type, almost like a military simulator. And so it's all about, flanking, talking to your teammates is so important. Getting an angle, and sort of staying hidden, and doing things like that, rather than just rushing in like you would in Call of Duty or Battlefield to take it. And what we can do is we can go into the map as well. So on my I've got map, I think it's on, there's my compass, there's my map. So there we go. So we can see the map, we can zoom in, and so you can always give your teammates, it's a bit tricky. I would say give teammates instructions like in terms of directions, so maybe north of B, east of B, south of B, all that sort of stuff, and you can get your compass out to get bearings that way. You could give them grid references, but they're pretty small, the writing, aren't they? And there you can see A, B and C. I've hopefully by the time you come to watch this video, Bohemian Interactive will have made these markers for the objectives a little bit more clearer, because it's not quite clear, is it, what you've got to do. But just remember, when you come across a dead body, loot it, and then you can have an automatic weapon, and enjoy yourself. Actually, the Russian sharpshooter doesn't have a pistol. That's a bit of a bummer. We've just got the Dragunov, but the Dragunov semi-automatic, very, very good indeed. So there we go. That is how you play Capture and Hold, also known by everybody else as Domination. It's great fun. Really enjoy it, and kind of as you start to play it, you start to kind of ignore the frame rate. 30 frames a second, and start to really get into the game. Well, that's enough from me. Put your questions and comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.